Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's nice to have you back. I want to welcome you to another edition of the Natural Alternative Live Q&A show, where we deal with questions relating to natural health. We encourage persons to go ahead as much as is possible and to as much as it's possible to ask their questions. We want to work with as many persons as is possible to help them find out just how they can take control of their health using all natural modes of healing. We have a website, it's hallelujahlifestyle.com, and our herbal website is 876herbs.com. I encourage persons to ask whatever questions. What we want to do is we want to use this platform to basically answer as many questions as is possible. Our mantra is the greatest weapon against sickness and disease is education, not medication. And so when you ask questions, then we take those questions into account and we use those questions. Good morning, who is that? Good morning, Julia. Nice to have you, Julia. All right. We answer those questions on our show. All right. So the more you ask questions, while I'm just giving you some time, please just send this link out to somebody else. Today I'm going to be talking about a very, very important topic, and you're in for a treat. I'm excited. All right. Just want to remind you of some upcoming events that we're having. On the 15th of this month, we're going to be having our Beating Diabetes Naturally virtual retreat. That's the 15th to the 25th. We're going to be dealing with a number of topics. We're going to be dealing with how to do alkaline meal preparation classes. We're going to be doing live castor and colonic enema therapy training. We're going to be doing life transformation classes and a ton of other powerful information as is going to be passed out. We have included a link. If you look in the description, there's a link that you can register for that Beating Diabetes Naturally virtual retreat. And you can also, when you are registering, you can also sign up 2 participants as well. All right. So wanted to get that information out. I see 4 persons on. Just want to remind you guys, I'm enjoying these sessions. I want to get feedback from you. Tell me what you think. You know, if this is worthwhile. Sometimes I'm here. I wonder. Good. Hey, Althea. Nice to have you, Althea. I love to get feedback from you guys because, you know, I'm just standing talking to a camera and without you interacting with me, sometimes you kind of wonder how far reaching is this work actually going. All right. So today's featured herb is raw moon. Today's featured herb is raw moon. And this morning, I'm going to get a sample of the raw moon. Yesterday, we had duppy gun, and I want to share with you. All right, would you recommend using tea tree oil for a skincare routine? All right, I'm going to answer that tomorrow, Sunday. All right, look out for that. All right, so leave your questions there. I will take note of every single one of them, and I will identify you if I can get your permission. All right, but ask your question because that's basically how everybody benefits. You know, one of the funniest thing is that so many people seek to hit me up. I don't feel bad when people tell me that they can't call me and get me. Why? Because I've now created a platform for persons to get me. It's very difficult for me now to answer phone calls. So what we have done is that we have created a platform where persons can schedule an appointment. Most persons, when they call me, I'm either on the road, doing a video, preparing a video, editing a video, talking to a client. I don't have a lot of time. And so I'm having a challenge even returning phone calls. So I tell persons, leave a text. And now we have created a platform where persons can go on our website and they can book a 15 minutes free. It's a 15 minutes free consultation. And outside of that 15 minutes free consultation, now I have created a platform where persons can come on and get free consultation, free information, and I'm also allowing them to ask questions. I mean, guys, come on, I'm being very generous here. So I no longer feel guilty about not being able to call back persons. I don't feel guilty. I no longer feel guilty about not being able to return calls because I've done the best that I can in order to compensate for ensuring that people get the attention that they need. So there's a WhatsApp, there's a link in the description for a 15 minutes free consultation. And now there's a platform where you can tell your friends if you have any sickness, any problems, you can come on this platform every morning 9 o'clock and you can get information, and if you have any questions you can ask the questions and I'll deal with them as best as possible. Alright, so again, today's featured herb is the Ramen, and I'm going to be having some Ramen tea this morning. We have the Ramen Bark and we have the Ramen leaves. Alright, and remember we have these herbs in 3 different sizes and they're on our website. So this morning, can I have some hot water please? This morning we're going to be making some Ramen tea. Yesterday I had Duppy Gun tea, and I always like to give a feedback after the post show. What was the feedback like? Alright, after the show. So I've added some Ramen leaves and I have the bark as well. But alright, let's add some water to that. I have a marker on the container that tells me just how much water to add. Alright, so I've added my hot water and I've closed the lid and I am brewing my tea. Alright, so yesterday I had Duppy Gun, and after the show I was sweating profusely. I felt energy. I was trying to get the taste. It tastes similar like it has a dirt, an earth-like flavor. Alright, so this morning I'm doing ramen, and ramen is scientifically known as Trophis rossimosa. Alright, Trophis rossimosa, and it is an evergreen plant whose leaves and bark are well sought after for their health benefits. This plant is in so much demand that because it has the ability to boost sex drive, and it's a very powerful herb. It has adaptogenic properties. Which means that it adapts to the need of your body. It is a sexual stimulant. It is used to improve sexual potency and stamina. All right, so I'm going to be having some of that this morning. One of my friends said, "Be careful, you're drinking so much stamina," but you know, we have to get the stamina. We have to get the stamina. We are doing a series on, we've been dealing with beating diabetes, and I must say that I'm looking at sexual performance. I'm looking at sexual performance because I know that this is one of the issues that deal with men who have diabetes. So I'm looking at 10 herbs. This is number 3. I'm looking at 10 herbs that can help men to restore their sexual vitality. Now, looking at the 10 herbs, I'm going to be showing you how to do a formulation, which is how to combine these herbs in set amounts to achieve a certain result. So ramen is an adaptogen. It's a sexual stimulant. It improves sexual potency and stamina. It boosts the body's overall energy, and it's a very powerful remedy for fatigue. So it's very good, and I have included. I want you to experience it as well. I don't want to be the only person experiencing the ramen. So I want you to go to our website, visit our website, where you can get your ramen leaves. So we have it in bark form, and the bark has to be boiled. Remember, you have to boil this on low heat for about 15 minutes. And we also have the leaves, and we have them in 3 different sizes: large, small, medium, and large. So you can get them on our website at 876herbs.com. All right, so it is pretty much brewing, and in a little while I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. All right, so this week's HallelujahLifestyle.com featured herbal compound is, of course, our colon and parasite cleanse. All right, our colon and parasite cleanse. And every morning feature 2 products from our 876 herbs .com catalog and products from our Hallelujah Lifestyle product catalog. So this morning we're featuring Ramen Bark and leaves. And from our HallelujahLifestyle.com catalog, we are featuring what we call the colon and parasite cleanse. Now, the colon and parasite cleanse contains ingredients like black walnut, and the black walnut, the bark of the tree is what we use. It contains a very powerful compound called juglone, a chemical that is antibacterial, antiviral, antiparasitic, and antifungicide. Black walnut is used to treat ringworm, yeast infection, and candida infection. For those persons who have yeast infection, then black walnut is a very powerful herb, and it is found in our colon and parasite cleanse. It also contains herbs like black walnut, which is a powerful powerhouse product. It contains tons of antioxidants. As a matter of fact, research was done from 2010, that showed that burdock root contains multiple types of powerful antioxidants, including what we call quercetin, lutein, and phenolic acid. It removes toxins from the blood. It may inhibit some types of cancer, and it is also one of those products that helps to boost your sex drive, because it also is a type of aphrodisiac. So those are also ingredients found in our colon and parasite cleanse. It also contains wormwood, which is used for various digestive problems such as loss of appetite, upset stomach, gallbladder disease, liver disease, depression, if you're having muscle pain, memory loss, worm infections, and of course it also helps to boost sexual desires. It's also a tonic, and it helps to stimulate sweating. So when you take something like this, then you are going to have, it's going to remove the toxin from your body through the aid of sweating. Also, the colon and parasite cleanse is in the description. There's an order link in the description as well. It also contains ingredients such as cloves. That is a product that I absolutely love. I love the scent of cloves. I love the taste of cloves. And cloves is a herb has been used for centuries for its various medicinal properties. Cloves kills parasites. But here's what I love about cloves. Because when you are killing parasites, parasites have a very short lifespan. And so most times you have a parasite cleansing product. Most times we are aiming at the adult parasites. But because their lifespan is so short, some parasites' lifespan are short as 3 days. Cloves basically has the ability to kill parasite eggs. Because parasites are very resilient. They've found a way to live inside the body and to exist inside the body. So what happened is that parasites, the eggs of parasites they have outside protective barriers that protect them. Well, what cloves does is that cloves goes into those barriers and it destroys it, it breaks it down so that the medicine can now go inside the egg and kill the parasite eggs. So very, 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 very beneficial. Cloves also is anti-inflammatory, it's antioxidant, it's antibacterial, and it also enhances digestion, and it mimics insulin. So for persons who are diabetic, who want to help something to help control their blood sugar, then cloves is a product that you can get. You can get it at almost any supermarket. If you go to the seasoning section, then you can get cloves. Cloves is also a seasoning, which means that it should be used in your food. You know, I'm going to do a whole series talking about food, as my wife suggested, because so many people need to understand that your food really is your medicine. When you think about the foods that we should use in our seasoning, like the thyme and the garlic, it is the absence of these foods that cause us to have so many diseases. A lot of them have immune building properties, a lot of them have diuretic properties, a lot of them have cleansing properties, and so a lot of times we don't use these natural spices and seasoning, and very importantly herbs, we don't use them, and so we have so many other side effects. So we look at the wormwood, the black walnut, the cloves. Then we're going to look at the two ingredients that work as a laxative, and these are mild laxatives. in the colon and parasite cleanse. One of them is Cascara sagrada, and Cascara sagrada is a stimulant laxative. It works by causing muscle contractions in the intestines, and these muscle contractions help move stool through the bowels. So the bark contains chemical called anthraquinose that give it its color and its laxative effect. So I love the pretty color. Just give me that piece of that. It's strong bark. It has a turmeric. It's not it, but I want to show it. It has a yellowish turmeric color and very powerful Cascara sagrada. It also has a very good flavor as well. So that's one of the laxative that is found in our colon and parasite cleanse. And of course, the last laxative is senapod and senna pods and leaves, and it is used to treat constipation. Senapod is well known in the Jamaican context. It can be found at almost any pharmacy, and it is used to clear the bowels before diagnostic tests such as colonoscopy. Senapod is also used to deal with irritable bowel syndrome, or what we call IBS, and it helps for persons who have done rectal surgery that have tears in the lining of the anus. It helps with hemorrhoids, weight loss, and of course, we've not only included the leaves of the senapod, but we've included the fruit as well, because the fruit seems to be much gentler on the system than the leaves. But very powerful product, or colon and parasite cleanse, and of course, we have a link in the description. So, by now, look at that dark brewed color, right? Dark brewed color. So I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. This is my raw moon, right? This is my raw moon. Smells very nice, very, very nice. You know, yesterday when I did the duppy gun, I left, because it is actually, the duppy gun root is actually dehydrated roots. And yesterday, after doing the show, there were some, after I poured out some, there was some hot water left in the container. And when that hot water steeped to the point where it was cool, when I drank that last section, I mean, it was so powerful. And that underscores the fact that we tell persons that when you are brewing roots and barks, if you can soak it for 12 hours, then it improves it allows you to improve the maximum of the herbal extract benefit. All right, so I'm going to try some of my Ramen Bark. Right, it smells very nice. And as I said, guys, don't be selfish. Send the link out to somebody so that they can join us. Send it out on Facebook so they can join us. So, I didn't strain it. Right, so it kind of tastes like green tea. If you know what green tea tastes like, it's not bitter or anything like that. It doesn't have an unpleasant taste. All right, so tastes good. All right, so tomorrow, not tomorrow. Remember, I won't be on tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be back on Sunday. But let's move into today's topic. Let's move into today's topic. Today's topic is, how do I know when I need a detox? How do I know when I need a detox? A lot of people constantly ask me this question, and from their questions, from these questions that we get, I realize that most persons don't even know what are the different types of detox options. Most persons know about the colon and the blood, and so when most persons call us and tell us, oh, I need to do a detox, what do you have to clean my colon, or what do you have to clean my blood? And these are the types of detoxes that they ask for. Today I want to share with you 6 of the main detox types, as well as 22 signs that you need to do a detox. Alright, so 6 of the main detox types, I'm going to share that with you, as well as 22 signs that you need to do a detox. Now, when a person comes to see me or call me, or when they come to see most traditional naturopaths, our job is to find out what they need. And we approach them from what we call the integrative approach, right? The integrative approach. Or it is sometimes called the ABCD approach. So when you come to us, basically it doesn't matter what you have, doesn't matter what you're going through, we're going to only use 4 steps to decide how to help you. And it's called the A, B, C, or D approach. So A stands for activate. Number of persons who are sick, a number of persons who are not feeling well. Some persons' sickness may be due to the fact that there are hormones or chemicals in their body that needs to be activated. So a lot of persons may be having blockages, especially persons who don't sleep well at night, especially persons who overeat, especially persons who are malnourished. A lot of these persons are sick because they need chemicals, they need hormones to be activated. So that's A. Then there is B. The B stands for building. A number of persons' body are in a broken down state, and so they need to be built up. All right. So some persons, even before they can start to get herbs, may need to be built up because again they're malnourished. So for example, a person who comes to see us, or a person who comes to see me, once we question them, once we talk with them, depending on certain types of ailment that they're having, all that needs to be done is that they need to be built up, and that building will come from very important vitamins. A number of persons basically are malnourished. A number of persons don't eat the foods that they should. As a matter of fact, most persons are malnourished because most of the nutrients that we need is not in the quantity that it should be in the food. A lot of the foods are devoid of nutrients, and so even though some persons may think that, I'm eating this, and for some persons in a Jamaican context, I'm eating the chicken, I'm eating with this, I'm eating with that. No, a lot of persons' body is void of nutrients, and so they need to be built up. So A is to activate, B is to build, C is to cleanse, which is where detox comes in. And so for some persons, they need to be cleansed before they can be built up. Some persons, you can't build them before you cleanse them. And the D stands for direct aid. So direct aid means you've identified a particular condition, and you are going to deal with that particular ailment specifically. So let me give you an example. Somebody comes to me, and that person may be diabetic and anemic. In that case, the person, once they're anemic, then it means that there'll be lack of iron, there will be lack of B complexes, because B complexes, all of these minerals help in the simulation of other minerals. Minerals help other minerals in a synergistic way to work properly. If a person is deficient in calcium, calcium for it to be properly absorbed needs magnesium, and it needs vitamin D3. So a person who has joint pain, a person who has muscle pain needs to be built up, and so that person may also have arthritis. They may need direct aid, which is particular herbs that deal with inflammation and so on and so forth. I'm saying that to say that a lot of persons, one of the first things that comes to their mind once they have a health issue is that they need to detox. And a lot of persons only know about the detoxing or cleansing the colon, and some persons end up over detoxifying themselves. Yes, it is possible to over detoxify yourself. So a number of persons over detoxify themselves, and so for example they'll use products that are laxative, and they'll use shalom Lucretia, they'll use lots of laxative. If you use laxative for an extended period of time, you run the risk of removing very important what we call gut bacteria. The body has 2 types of bacteria. It has good bacteria and it has what we call bad bacteria. And so what happens is that there has to be a balance. Those good bacteria help in digesting and help in breaking down certain foods that we eat. And so if it is that you have over detoxified the colon. As a matter of fact, each time you do a cleanse, each time you cleanse the colon, it is very important for you to put back some of those gut bacteria. Some of those gut bacteria are what we call acidophilus. Products like plain yogurt, products like sauerkraut, fermented foods. A lot of persons are big on fermented foods, and so just by increasing the amount of helpful bacteria in the stomach, because again the body is made to heal and the body is made to protect itself. There are persons, and we're seeing a lot of persons who have health issues simply because they don't have a proper balance in their GI, their gastrointestinal gut flora. And so a lot of persons are into fermented foods, and there's tons of videos out there just how you can put your own fermented foods together. But a number of persons, we've met persons who especially move from one naturopath to another, and for some naturopath, the ABCD, or what we call integrative approach, basically is an approach that prevents us or does not encourage us from using a one cap fits all approach. All right, just like how some medical doctors use what we call a one cap fits all approach, some traditional naturopath use a one cap fits all approach, which means that your first visit is going to see you getting a lot of products to detoxify you. All right, and so if you are moving from one naturopath to another, and if each of them is having that one cap fits all approach, then if you've seen 5 naturopaths in the last 5 months, then chances are you would have done 5 caloric enemas in that period of time, and that would have been too much strain on the system. That would have been too much strain on the system. And so the ABCD, or integrative approach, is designed to, once you consult with that person, once you talk with that person, to get a sense of what is happening, to get a history of what they have done. And that's why yesterday's show was talking about it. When we talk to some persons who have seen naturopaths before, we ask them to bring what they have. Sometimes those persons will bring you a bunch of products with no ingredients on it. You don't know how to guide this person. Personally, I don't even take up that task or that person. I wouldn't take somebody on who was seen. All right. Good. That's our, I spoke about our, there's another naturopath on the program, Lucrecia, and there she is giving some advice as we read the sugar. But there are a number of fermented foods that can help with increasing helpful bacteria. So as I was saying, I personally don't take on persons who have been skipping and moving from one naturopath to another, especially if they come and what they present me with, I can't know what they've been taking in the last month or so, right? Because I may take them on and may actually hurt them because hey Alfred, nice to have you. Finally, you're here. So I may actually take them on and help them. So it's very important that you don't take any supplement, whether it's naturally or whether it's a prescription. And all prescription products are properly labeled and dated because the standard ensures that. But as it relates to dealing with natural practitioners, you need to ensure that whatever they give you, it is your right, because your health is your responsibility. It is your right to know absolutely everything that is in it. You may not know the formulation, the amounts, because of course that's trade secrets for them. We know that is important. But you need to know every single ingredient that is in that product, so that if it is that you go to somebody else and you're consulting, at least they have a reference of what you've been taking. So we are looking at the issue, how do I know when I need a detox? That's what we're dealing with this morning. And just want you to send out the link to somebody so that they can come on board as well. All right, so the ABCD approach, that's what we use so that we can ensure that we don't use that one cap fits all approach. So detoxifying is very important. So I want to share with you now 6 main detox options. All right, so not only can you detox the colon, but there's also detox of the blood detoxification. Even this morning as I got up, I was talking to somebody and they were saying to me that there's no rash on the skin and they've been itching. For example, when you have something like a liver cancer of the liver, then it is going to manifest itself in intense itching, intense scratching, because pretty much anything that's happening in the blood is going to manifest on the skin. Persons who have a number of recurring skin conditions, it is linked to the blood needing purification. Then there is the cleansing of the kidney. There's a cleansing of the liver. There's two ways to cleanse the liver. One way to cleanse the liver physically, another way is to cleanse the liver chemically, because sometimes there are a number of heavy metals, especially if you are on prescription drugs or if you've been taking prescription drugs over an extended period of time, then there's a high likelihood that you will have a high level of heavy metals. We're talking for persons who have been fillings before a certain period, I believe from the 1980s, because they've banned it now. A number of persons have a lot of heavy metal in their system. We're talking about mercury. So many powerful heavy metals. So there is the liver that we recommend spending a lot of time on the liver, so you can actually remove physical stuff from the liver, or you can remove chemicals from the liver. And of course there's the colon. Very important to cleanse the colon. There's a lymphatic cleansing. The lymph system, lymph clear fluid, is a network of what I call it waste canal. It's the body's waste canal system. And when that is blocked up, especially due to mucus, so a lot of persons who have allergies and sinus basically may benefit from a lymphatic flush. A lot of persons who have poor circulation, swelling in their legs, they may benefit from a lymphatic cleansing or lymphatic detoxification. There's a womb. So, there's a blood, there is a kidney, there is a liver, there is a colon, there is a lymphatic system. I just wanted to listen to it from a biochemical perspective. Hey, Peter, how you doing? That's my brother, he's on. Hey, Peter, big up yourself. All right, so from a lymphatic system, the cleansing of the womb. So there are so many other parts of the body that needs to be cleansed, and it's not just the colon, and it's not just the blood. All right, so very important for us to make that point. So when persons call, what we try to do is to ask them questions to find out pretty much what's happening, why they think they need a cleanse. I have a question here that if you reach out to me, then I can send it to you. It's basically a question here that you can score that helps you to know if you need to do a detox or not. So reach out to me and I'll send that to you. Now let's very quickly, because I'm at 33 minutes, I want to close off in 40 minutes. 22 signs that you need to detox, and then come Sunday, I'm going to spend some time going through these in depth to help you to know which of these 6 detoxes you need. All right. So if you're having chronic fatigue, if you're feeling constantly tired, that's one of the signs that you need to do a detox. And as I said, I'm going to talk about these more in details coming Sunday. All right. So you need to come on Sunday at 9 o'clock. Weight gain, especially being 9 kilograms or more overweight, then that's a sign that you need to do a detox. Feeling stressed, sign that you need to detox. And if you notice, when we talk about the colon parasite cleanse, you will realize that a number of these feelings, well, you may not know, but a number of these experiences that you're having are linked to parasites. A lot of parasites in the body. For me personally, I had a craving for sweets. I couldn't pass sweets, and some of you may have that. And all I did was that I started taking, where is it? Contrivo. Asked my wife, started taking the Contrivo, and that craving is gone. So parasites, you would be amazed. Headaches, if you're having constant headaches, it's a sign that you need to do a detox. Number 6, cognitive problems, brain fog, memory problems. If you're having these symptoms, I know also that when I eat certain foods, or when you eat certain foods, you feel that brain fog, cognitive problem. I know from example, and since I've started doing this, I've been able to run marathon in terms of concentration and focus. Guys, I'm telling you, parasites are eating us alive. I'm going to do an entire program on that, dealing with parasites. So neurological issues such as balance problems, you're off balance, you're having tremors, all of those are problems, signs that you need to do a detox. Number 8, skin problems. Right. Hey, Lucretia, yeah, Twain. As I said, Lucretia is on the show, and she's just weeks away from being a board certified naturopathic practitioner. I don't know it all. And of course, I would love to send persons over to her. What are the active ingredients in the medicine? Peter, you have to look at the video we just went through. Peter is my brother, and he's a biochemist. So we're having some powerful people on the show today. These are some of my reference people. Peter is my brother. He's a biochemist. When I have issues, when I need clarification on certain issues, I just ring him up, and he's more than happy. A wealth of knowledge. He's more than happy to share on those. All right. So if you're having skin problems like psoriasis, acne, or eczema, these are signs that you need to do a detox. An increase or trigger in asthma or hay fever. All of these are signs that you have issues with your health and need to do an intensive cleansing. And as I said, come Sunday, I'm going to break it down and tell you which of those 6 you're going to need. All right. If you're having high blood pressure, again, I'm just so tempted to go into these, but I can't because time is running out. High blood pressure, food allergy, especially an increase in foods you're sensitive to. If you're having those increase, then you're going to need, it's a sign that you need, because the body talks to us. Remember I said that the body heals and protects itself. A lot of what we call dis-ease is the body's attempt to talk to us, but a lot of us don't know how to interpret what the body is saying. And that is the reason why we're having the virtual retreat that's coming up. Kinesiology, that's the name of it. Kinesiology is a term used to interpret how the body talks to you and how to interpret what the body is saying. So if you're having increased food allergies, it's a sign that you need to detoxify. If you're lacking vibrancy and health for your age, it's a sign that you need to detoxify. PMS, infertility, fibrocystic breast disease, uterine fibroids. All of these are signs that you need to do a detox. If you're having sore or achy, weak muscles and joints, if you're having all of those are signs that, and I'm so tempted to go into this because we've had, not in the retreat last month, no, we did not retreat last month. Last month was what month are we now? July. So June we didn't have a retreat. In May, we had somebody who had rheumatoid arthritis, and she went through a detox program. And for the first time in my life, I saw her vomiting up 6, I kid you not, 6 glasses of mucus. She was having joint pain, muscle pain all over. And when we started to give her products like turmeric and ginger and herbs like prickly ash, phenomenal results. So if you're having all of those muscle aches, then there's a high chance. If you're having numbness, tingling, and nerve pain in the face or the head, or what we call neuralgia, then it's a sign that you need to detox. If you're having chemical sensitivities, especially finding you can't tolerate certain smells or drugs anymore, then it's a sign that you need to detox. If you're having issues with anemia, bad breath, bloating, fatty stools, constipation, diarrhea, smelly stools, especially smelly stools, again, these are not bad. These are signs that the body is communicating to you. If you're having intolerance to fatty foods, I know, for example, that that's a sign that the liver needs cleansing, all right? Tender or swollen liver, gallbladder problems, including gallstones, getting several colds or flu regularly throughout the year. All of these are signs that you need to do a detox. All right, so I'm up to 39 minutes, 55 seconds, and I clocked it in. All right, so guys, I want to thank you for joining me. I hope that this session was informative. I'm looking out to see you Sunday. I'm rushing because I have another meeting to attend to right now. But please go ahead, leave your questions. There's a link on the description. All what I'm saying, if you need to do a consultation, we have a platform for free consultation. Just click the link below and schedule your appointment, and we'll be more than happy to accommodate you. We are happy to be pushing our telemedicine platform. I tell persons that 70% of the persons that go to see a doctor, go to see a healthcare provider, 70% of them are only clogging up the system. They don't need to go. 70%. The American Medical Association did the research, and they realized that a lot of persons here in Jamaican healthcare system will tell you that 70% of the persons who actually go to the ER don't need to physically go. They could have resolved that issue with a simple telemedicine consultation. That's one of the features that we are pushing, especially in this COVID-19 period. We want to encourage you to stay safe. Hope that the information was of much help to you. Remember to visit our website, 876herbs.com and hallelujah-lifestyle.com, where you can get the products that we mentioned. It was nice having you. Hope to see more of you on the show. Sunday coming. Hope that you'll send the link and hope that you'll leave some questions. Until next time, this is Dr. Ben Israel saying, your health is your responsibility. And the greatest weapon against sickness and disease is education, not medication. Bye-bye.